Do you ever wonder that the global issues such as housing crisis and climate change are galvanizing ambitions for a new generation of high-tech cities that would change how we perceive the world would change forever? From the most ambitious project in Saudi Arabia, The Line, a 500-meter tall skyscraper that will house 9 million people in northwestern Saudi Arabia, is already set to build, to the biggest architecture studios like BIG Foster and Partners and OMA helping to masterplan futuristic urban centers, which often claim to be designed with a focus on sustainability. So, here are the top 10 futuristic cities currently being planned across the globe that would definitely surprise us. Number 10. The Line, Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabian government unveiled visuals and drone footage of numerous excavators digging a wide linear trench in the vast desert. This project of a 170-kilometer-long, 500-meter-tall linear city planned as part of the NEOM mega development. Despite its length and expected population of 9 million, the line will be just 200 meters wide with a transport system promised to connect the two ends within 20 minutes. The city was designed as an alternative to the traditional circular urban layout, with Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman touting it as a model for nature preservation and enhanced human livability. Number 9. Telosa, USA, designed by BIG. Danish architect Bjarke Ingels and his studio BIG are master planning Telosa, a city for 5 million set to be built from scratch on an as-yet undisclosed site in the US desert. The project is the idea of billionaire entrepreneur Mark Lohr, who hopes it will become the most sustainable city in the world. Part of Lohr's vision is that the land will be owned by a community endowment, meaning increases in value could fund the city's development with resident welfare as the priority. Number 8. BiodiverCity, Malaysia, designed by BIG. BIG is also master planning BiodiverCity, a 1,821 hectare development of 3 artificial islands built off the shore of Malaysia's Penang Island for the state government. Each lily pad-like island is expected to house 15,000 to 18,000 residents and be connected by an autonomous transport network with no cars. Buildings will be mainly constructed using a combination of bamboo, timber, and concrete produced from recycled materials, with an ecological buffer around each district to support biodiversity. Number 7. New administrative capital Egypt, designed by SOM. Egypt is building an entirely new capital city for up to 7 million people in order to relieve congestion in rapidly growing Cairo, its current capital. Architecture firm SOM produced a master plan for the privately funded project, which will cover 700 square kilometers and feature one of the world's largest urban parks. Indonesia's government has also announced major plans to build a new capital city on the island of Borneo. Its existing capital, Jakarta, is the world's fastest sinking city, having sunk by 2.5 meters in the 10 years to 2019. Number 6. Amaravati, India, designed by Foster and Partners. Set on the banks of the river Krishna, the city of Amaravati will act as the new capital for the Andhra Pradesh state in India. It will be arranged around a needle-topped government building and see more than 60% of its central district occupied by greenery or water. The design brings together our decades-long research into sustainable cities, incorporating the latest technologies that are currently being developed in India, said Foster and Partners, which is also master planning large neighborhoods in Ho Chi Minh and Bangkok. Number 5. Smart Forest City, Mexico, designed by Stefano Boeri, Architetti. Italian architect Stefano Boeri is working on plans for a forested smart city near Cancun that will contain 7.5 million carbon-absorbing plants and trees across its 557 hectares. It will be designed to house 130,000 people in affordable plant-covered homes and aims to pioneer a more sustainable way of city living. Smart Forest City Cancun is a botanical garden within a contemporary city based on Mayan heritage and its relationship with the natural and sacred world, said Boeri's studio, an urban ecosystem where nature and city are intertwined and act as one organism. Number 4. The Orbit, Canada, designed by Partisans. The Orbit is another planned smart city intended to transform a Canadian farming town through extensive use of fiber optics, drones, and autonomous vehicles, with development decisions based on big data. Toronto firm Partisans has described its design as a modern version of the Garden City movement that emerged in the UK in the early 20th century. It aims to balance new technologies with the existing agrarian setting while growing the town from 30,000 to 150,000 residents. Number 3. Maldives Floating City, Maldives, designed by Waterstudio. Rising sea levels due to climate change mean that much of the Maldives is expected to be uninhabitable by 2050. In response, the country's government has partnered with architecture practice Waterstudio to design a floating city that will house 20,000 people in a lagoon near its capital as soon as 2024. Billed by the architects as the first true floating island city, it will include 5,000 low-rise floating homes and be built on a series of hexagonal structures that rise with the sea. Another prototype climate-resilient floating city is being designed by Danish studio BiG, together with Samu and tech company Oceanics for the seas off Busan in South Korea. Number 2. Chengdu Future City, China, designed by OMA. Dutch architecture firm OMA has produced a car-free master plan for the capital of China's Sichuan province that it claims challenges conventional urban planning models that are driven by road networks or maximizing gross floor area. Set to occupy a 4.6 square kilometer site, Chengdu Future City will instead focus on the land's rolling topography, with 6 distinct zones designed to blend in with the surrounding landscape. All buildings within each zone will be accessible by foot within 10 minutes, while a smart mobility network utilizing automated vehicles will connect the city to the rest of Chengdu. Number 1. Innovation Park USA, designed by Ehrlich Yanai, Rhee Chaney Architects, and Tom Wiscombe Architecture. Cryptocurrency magnate Jeffrey Burns plans to develop part of Nevada's desert into a smart city powered by blockchain technology. With the help of architecture studios, Ehrlich Yanai, Rhee Chaney Architects, and Tom Wiscombe, he intends to transform the over 27,000 hectare plot in the north of the US state after reportedly paying $170 million or 130 million pounds for the land, and turning into a community where people can bank, vote, and store data without involvement from governments or third parties. The site, known as Innovation Park, which neighbors hub of major tech giants including Google, Apple, Switch, and Tesla, is already home to the headquarters of his company's blockchains, an incubator that supports ventures and businesses using blockchain technology. The city will be a new kind of business and residential community. For all the tech enthusiastic people like you, this would definitely be interesting. Well, what do you think of these futuristic cities? Where would you love to see yourself living in the future? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, I'm sure you're going to love to watch our video about the top 5 secret facts about the line Saudi Arabia that no one knew on our channel. Make sure to click the subscribe button for future notifications and never miss our videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.